To download the Appareo transfer utility, log into your Appareo.com software account. The address is shown below and is appareo.com/account. Enter in your credentials and click Submit. Please note that this is different than your Envision software account login. Once you're logged in, you'll have all of the software appropriate for your organization that can be downloaded to your PC. Find the Appareo transfer utility and click the red executable link in the bottom right hand corner. This will begin to download the software to your machine. Alternatively, you may have received a link to a Google Drive to download the installer file. In this case, you click the down arrow button and this will download the installer file from the Google Drive to your PC. In either scenario, you'll want to run the executable file as an administrator on your computer. You may need IT assistance to install software programs on your machine. After the installation of the Appareo transfer utility, you'll see a screen like this, and this is the Service Manager window. The information being displayed is the watchable drives. This is going to be the various external drives on your computer, such as USB ports and SD card slots. By default, drive M as in Mike and N as in November are listed in the watchable drives. The Vision 1000 records flight data, imaging, and audio to a virtual drive on the SD card to add additional security for your data. You must have the Appareo software installed to view the virtual drive and access the necessary information. By default, the virtual drive launches as the M as in Mike drive. If the M drive is already used on your computer, it will default to the N drive and it will continue down the alphabet until it finds an open drive letter. The local storage location is simply where the files are located after they're copied from the SD card while they're being processed for uploading. The file extensions are the data files that are being copied from the SD card. Please note the Appareo transfer utility only copies the flight data from the SD card and does not delete or erase that information. Archive files by default is not selected. This will save all of the imaging, audio, and flight data files from the SD card to your local machine. Please note that if archiving files is desired, it will greatly increase the download times necessary to remove the data from the SD card due to the imaging and audio files also being copied over. If archiving files is not selected, only the flight files are copied over. No imaging and audio information are copied from the SD card. It's also recommended to use an external drive if you're going to archive the flight data, imaging, and audio information due to the large file sizes of the imaging and audio files. The next section is Upload. By default, Immediate is selected. In this case, it may appear as Schedule is selected, but you cannot use these drop-downs. Having Immediate selected will automatically upload the flight files after they've been downloaded from the SD card and processed for uploading. Scheduled is an option if you have limited bandwidth and you want those flight files to go at a specific time. For an example, if you have very slow internet and you have a lot of users during the day, you may want to schedule this for the middle of the night. Please note that the times are listed in UTC. You will also view the number of files that you have ready to upload, and you can also select Upload Now. The biggest change to the Appareo transfer utility is the credentials section. This is the company name _ ATU is the typical username that will be utilized for the Appareo transfer utility. This information would be sent in an email from the Envision software. Enter in your password and the ATU name. The ATU name can be anything that's easily identifiable for a location or an individual. Typically, the Appareo transfer utility is installed at a single location, so as aircraft come into that location, it can upload flight files from various aircraft. In that instance, you may want to put the base location name. It can also have an individual's name, and so you can contact them if you have questions about flight files that they've tried to upload. This is a customizable field, so you can enter in any information that allows you to easily identify where the software is installed. After all the changes have been made and you have the appropriate credentials, click the Save button. This is going to authenticate your credentials with the Envision server. After it is authenticated, you'll see the status remains idle. When you insert an SD card, the status will change from idle to downloading, and then from downloading to processing, and from processing to uploading. Please note it may go back to idle between these phases. It will also show the number of files that the action has been taken with in this section here on the top bar. If you have a question if the flight files have been worked with already, you can click the Transfer History link in the upper right hand corner and it will tell you the last actions taken. In this case, it shows that I uploaded 9 files on this date. If I click on it, it will tell me the 9 files that were uploaded as well as the size. The other large change with the Appareo transfer utility is that it's not controlled by a key. You can have an unlimited number of installations of this software, so you can have one at each base location. The username and password can be utilized an unlimited number of times with these installations as well. You can also use the Appareo transfer utility with a proxy server by selecting this checkbox and inputting the appropriate information. If there's any errors or notifications listed, you can simply select those and it will give you an error message. You can contact us at support@appareo.com if you have any questions regarding this.